Hi, everybody. Alexia and I welcome you to our podcast. And we've been having a lot of great feedback on our series on evolutionary medicine, which is one of the hottest topics in medicine today. And the concept is very, very simple. It's called mismatched diseases. That is, we were designed in a certain way, and the way we live our lifestyle today is at variance in many cases with that design. So those are the mismatched diseases. And we've done probably about maybe 15 mismatched diseases. And today is the mismatched diseases that result from improper breathing. Well, it's been a lot of breaths in 54 years since I took Dr. Mary Wiedemann's class at Temple Medical College in Philadelphia. And the topic was a special topic on pulmonary function. That is a fancy term for the breath and the lungs, okay. And just as a little sidebar, even Alexia doesn't know this one, but the first part of my name, Rausch, actually translates into breath, which in those days was synonymous with spirit. So your choice. For me, it's a very personal thing, since my name means breath, and today is pulmonary function and breathing. So let's be simple now, okay, because this can get very complex. There's two major types of breathing. Most of my life, I actually breathed through the mouth, and that's what most people do. And when you do that, it results in shallow thoracic breathing, okay? And that is a stacked deck of cards for the two big epidemics worldwide, anxiety and depression, okay? So that is mouth breathing, shallow thoracic, okay? The other type, of course, is the obvious one that we are in favor of, and that is nasal breathing, which results in deep abdominal breathing, okay? And that is very, very calming. So let's see how that works on two levels, biochemically and physiologically. On the biochemical level, okay, there was a newly discovered neurotransmitter, which is actually a gas. What? It's called nitric oxide, not nitrous oxide, which is the laughing gas in the dental office. So nitric oxide, a lot of people don't know about it. Where's the bank account, the repository? Behind the nose, not behind the mouth. So when you do nasal breathing, you release your bank account of nitric oxide, okay, major discovery in medicine, okay. And what will that do? Two things. Number one, it'll calm the brain and relieve a lot of anxiety around the world. Number two, it actually will dilate your blood vessels. That's good. In a general way, vasodilation, expanding the blood vessels, good. You get a lot more blood delivered. And the opposite, vasoconstriction, high blood pressure. So that's at the biochemical level. At the physiological level, when you do your nasal breathing, you'll remember that deep abdominal breathing. And I could still remember 54 years ago when Dr. Wiedemann, when she mentioned the dead space in the lungs, that is 1/3 of the bottom, 1/3 of the lungs, which is the bottom part of the lungs, which is the dead space. And they call it the dead space because you don't engage that except when you do deep abdominal breathing, which starts with the nose. So right off the bat is you're getting 1/3 more oxygen. Rough translation, 1/3 more energy in your life. That is a big factor. But the one which I like really the best is the fact that the lower third, the dead space, okay, of the lungs, they receive nerve supply from the calming, slow down, parasympathetic, rest and digest nervous system. So when you engage that deep breathing with the lower part of the lung, you're actually eliciting a calming effect, which relieves a lot of stress. And now the favorite part of the show, which everyone's been commenting on, Ask Alexia. And people ask Alexia, well, I've been doing breathing through my mouth for years, and how do I change that? Because it's like an automatic, reflex kind of thing. And Alexia says, she cites the great psychologist from Harvard, Dr. Ellen Langer. And those of you who have been following us for a long time, you will remember Dr. Ellen Langer during Women's History Month, the great women scientist that we did in March. And she was one of the all-time superstars, Dr. Langer. And she coined the scientific term mindfulness. And that's the key. So Alexia says, if you want to switch from breathing through the mouth, which most people do, and I did for most of my life, okay, to the good nasal breathing, where you get the nitric oxide, vasodilation, calming effect on the brain, and engaging the dead space to get 1/3 more energy. Alexia says, be mindful, just like Ellen Langer. And then when you're mindful, you'll automatically switch to nasal breathing. But then Alexia says, guess what? Is when you do the nasal breathing, okay, then you become more mindful. When you become more mindful, what do? More nasal breathing, and you turn it into a habit. And Alexia is real big on grooving good habits, and she loves to tell people that cliche, which started the whole thing in Canada, 1949, the great Canadian Dr. Donald Hebbs, the psychologist. So Alexia quotes that and says, neurons which fire together, wire together to become a habit formation. So thank Alexia for that. And Alexia and I will look forward to seeing you tomorrow, and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.